in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or
2 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
If it's the NCAA tournament, it's on Westwood 1.
It will be Grant Hill to make the pass. They're not going to guard Hill making the inbounds pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns. He shoots. It is good! Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer, and the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
6.9 to go. In it comes to Ethan Morton. He's going to dribble this one out. And the second verse is the same as the first. UConn repeats as national champions.
Now it's time to head courtside for Westwood 1's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament.
We welcome you to Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for exclusive second-round coverage of the 2025 Men's Basketball Championship between the 6th-seeded Ole Miss Rebels and the number 3 seed in the South, the Iowa State Cyclones. Today's broadcast of the NCAA tournament on the Westwood 1 NCAA radio network is sponsored by AutoZone, by Cintas, by Grainger, by Pluto TV, by Kohl's, by Progressive Insurance, and by NCAA.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Noah Eagle along with Tom Crean. Brad Heller will join us later from the Westwood 1 Broadcast Center. Well, our final game from Milwaukee, it is a Big 12 SEC showdown with the number 3 seed in the South, Iowa State, 25-9 on the season, and the number 6 seed looking to book their ticket to Atlanta for the Sweet 16, the 23-11 Ole Miss Rebels. And Coach, we saw both of these teams really handle their business in different ways against their first-round opponents. For Iowa State, an 82-55 beatdown of Lipscomb. For Ole Miss, they were up 22 on UNC, and the Tar Heels made quite the comeback, but Sean Padula and the Rebels find their way through it. This should be a fantastic matchup.
Well, for being battle-tested inside of a game, there's no question that Ole Miss learned a lot inside of that game. They got up and then they came out in the second half, and they didn't come out with their foot on the accelerator the way they did in the first half. And they had to play, they had to fight. And they came out in the game to fight, but it just didn't work out that way at the beginning. Carolina didn't come to fight, and all of a sudden they did. So with Ole Miss, that's a battle-tested game. Less than 48 hours ago, you feel like you've been through some things right now as you get ready for this. Iowa State, much like Ole Miss, has been battle-tested all season long. Not as much by Lipscomb, but they played an efficient, effective, highly intelligent game. In the sense they didn't do a lot of forcing. They took good shots. Very, very effective. Very solid defensively. And put in a workman's-like effort. I think this game is going to be outstanding. I think it's going to be a chess match between two outstanding coaches in T.J. Alphaberger at Iowa State and Chris Beard at Ole Miss, who have tremendous coaching staffs. I think we're going to enjoy it. I think we're going to see a lot of action, a lot of difference, a lot of matchup situations. It's going to be a basketball lover's dream right here.
You mentioned elite coaching. We had 4 fantastic coaches remaining for these round of 32 matchups. Just saw Mark Pope get past Brad Underwood as Kentucky defeated Illinois in our first game. Now we've got Chris Beard, who has been to a national championship game, and T.J. Otzelberger, who has led his own team to the Sweet 16 last year. Up next, Coach's Keys to the Game and the opening tip-off of Ole Miss and Iowa State from Milwaukee. From the Westwood 1 NCAA Radio Network, this is the Men's Basketball Tournament.
Smiles are powerful. A simple smiles. And each smile marks a step towards a brighter future.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah! Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to pause for the facts. I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro. Facts. A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion. Facts. A ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie. Facts. Starring me, Little Miss Confident. Yeah! Facts. Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax, Doc.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. Moved.
I'll wake up. NCAA tournament game and admits it was a different experience.
Leading up to the game, warm-ups and stuff, a little bit of nerves because it's obviously much different than a regular season game. But I think going into the second one, once you've done it once, then I think the nerves will be gone in terms of like it being the first time, not knowing what to expect, because now you kind of know what's going to happen, and it's a different challenge, but I'm more excited than nervous.
9.6 rebounds, perfect 4 for 4 shooting for Heisey. For Ole Miss, Dre Davis just had a massive game on Friday in their victory over UNC, especially in the first half. Overall, 15 points, 8 rebounds, and head coach Chris Beard says the senior guard could have a big impact on his social calendar for the rest of the month.
If you tell me Dre Davis is going to give us an A game, I'll tell you, I don't know, man. Maybe we'll be in San Antonio. I'm going to be in San Antonio. I don't know if I'll be drinking draft beer in the lobby or coaching a team, but if Dre Davis brings A game, our team could probably go some places most people don't predict.
Well, let's find out what that social calendar and potential drinking schedule in San Antonio will look like for Chris Beard, because it's time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. So, Coach Crean, let's start with Ole Miss.
Well, he's exactly right about Dre Davis. They are 17-2 this year at Ole Miss when Dre Davis is in at least double figures. He is a two-way player at the very best. Chris thinks he could be the best defensive player, if not the best offensive player. One of them, he's a competitor. He leads this team with his actions. And again, when they win, he gets at least 12. When they lose, he gets 7. That's the difference on a team like this. I think they're going to have to be really, really locked in. They got to take good shots. They cannot get out-rebounded in this game. When this team loses games, they get out-rebounded by 13 rebounds a game. Now, you can't let that happen. You don't have to win the rebounding game against Iowa State, but you can't be down significantly, because we know Iowa State is going to be on that glass.
Tell you what, both these teams have elite turnover margins, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on the keys for Iowa State.
Well, there's many, but right now with Milan Momcilovic, they played 6 neutral games. This will be game number 7 of a neutral court. And I don't know if it's exactly going to be neutral once we see the Iowa State crowd, but Momcilovic is shooting 51% from 3 in those neutral games. He was 4 of 8 the other night. He plays at a really high level. Here's another thing about their entire team. They shoot 40% from 3 on neutral courts. They shoot only 36% on the season. I think the biggest matchup is what Chris Beard called Mr. Triple-Double, Joshua Jefferson. They've got to be really good on him. But in closing, what Iowa State's T.J. Otzelberger kept telling his team yesterday, we've got to be the best at the rim, in the paint, and on the glass. And many, many times this year they've been. If they're going to win today, he's got to be right about that again.
Let's check the starting lineup, sponsored by Cintas. Workdays are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Same lineups as 2 days ago for both teams. For Ole Miss, that means Jalen Murray, Sean Padula, who hit yet another dagger down the stretch against UNC, in his 20-point outing. Matthew Morrell, Dre Davis, and Malik Dia, who didn't play his normal load of minutes in that game, was on the bench for a lot of the second half and the run that UNC went on. Iowa State side, Tamin Lipsey at the controls with Nate Heisey, Milan Momcilovic, Joshua Jefferson, and Deshaun Jackson.
You mentioned Malik Dia. He's got to be good inside of this game. There were times he was outstanding against North Carolina. There are other times he was lost like a deer in the headlights watching the ball, and he can't have that. If Ole Miss is going to win today, Malik Dia's got to be great on both ends of the floor, as does Jamin Brakefield on the front line.
Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. There's a tip that's won by Iowa State in their white uniforms. They're moving from left to right as we start this first half. It's Jefferson, his first touch. Short corner far side, finds the cutter. It's Heisey filling the lane, filling it up from straight out, 8 feet out, pushes it through to make it 2-0.
The biggest thing Chris Beard told his team about Joshua Jefferson is we're not doubling. We have to make him score because he's such an outstanding passer. He showed that on the cut.
First points go to the transfer from Northern Iowa. Now it's Ole Miss on the offensive end with Padula, leading scorer at 15 a game, also leads in assists at 3.6. Drives to his right, floats it up and in off the window with the right hand. Sean Padula ties the game at 2.
And he set him up with that right hand with a left-right crossover, Noah. Beautiful play by Padula. High off the board, almost off the top of the square.
Momcilovic was the star. They're looking to free him here, but they can't. Iowa State with a turnover. Murray takes away, lob it up in the front court, and then out of control. Dia just lost his footing and lost the ball out of bounds. So boomerang turnover right back to the Cyclones.
Well, he got out. You like that? Malik Diaz off. The hands are active for Ole Miss. Very good. I mean, they know that they've got their hands full with this team rebounding-wise. They see Tamin Lipsey, the point guard, as one of the best rebounders on the floor and somebody that they absolutely have to block out when that shot goes up.
2 apiece, 18:50 left to play in this first half. That was knocked out of the hands of Lipsey, but he was the last to touch it right at the midcourt logo, and then it squirted into the backcourt and rolled out of bounds in front of T.J. Otzelberger.
Yeah, a very lackadaisical start for Iowa State. Tamin Lipsey not nearly as good as the trap game, and Milan Momcilovic is playing like straight-legged, man. Like, you got to get going. The game has started.
Murray with a left-handed dribble. 10.5 points per game, 3.5 assists. He drives to his right, kick it far side corner. Padula's three is in and out. And the rebound in the crowd falls to Momcilovic on the near side. They'll move it left to right. Iowa State, white uniforms, white tops, white bottoms with Iowa State written in yellow across the chest as Jefferson misses the floater on the right side of the lane, gets his own rebound, and corkscrews it in with a right hand underneath. Individual effort from Joshua Jefferson to put Iowa State up 4-2.
3 shots, 2 rebounds, 2 points. That's a heck of a possession for one guy.
Moses Malone is smiling somewhere. 2 minutes gone. Iowa State doubling up Ole Miss early here in this 3-6 matchup with the right to go to the Sweet 16 in Atlanta. Padula on the left wing loads up another 3. This time he knocks it down and gives Ole Miss its first lead at 5-4.
Now I know from watching this Iowa State walkthrough that they know they've got to be cornered on Sean Padula. They have not done that yet.
Ole Miss is 2 for 3. That's all Padula. He's taken every shot. He's got all 5. Heisey on the baseline drive. Kick it near side corner. Momcilovic got cut off and knocked out of bounds by Dre Davis. Good quick hands as Davis making his presence felt, and the early change will be Jamin Brakefield coming in for Dia.
Dre Davis is such a good defender. He's from Indianapolis. He's played at Louisville. He's played at Seton Hall where he won an NIT championship. He comes here. He's got the great respect of everybody in this league, especially his head coach, Chris Beard. Tremendous defensive player.
David Barnes also checking in for Chris Beard and Ole Miss as he replaces Murray. On fake and drive baseline, Momcilovic hangs in the air, missed it with the left hand on the right block. Another offensive rebound. Jackson comes up short and swallows it up in a crowd. Jackson puts it on the deck, but a foul is called before a potential turnover with 3.7 seconds on the shot clock and 17:24 to play in the first half. Ole Miss up 5-4.
Well, it's exactly what you want if you're T.J. Otzelberger. You've got to have Jefferson be good. But they've talked, and he's talked to us about Deshaun Jackson has got to be active on the glass. He's coming out of the game with Chatfield in, but he was on that glass. That's going to be key all game. They cannot get out-rebounded if they want to win.
Already 4 offensive rebounds from Iowa State as they're going to make some changes. Telderman's going to check in. Dangerous pass going over the backcourt. Knocked away by Dre Davis, but Telderman scoops it up about 90 feet from the basket. Moves it from left to right into the front court with 12 on the shot clock. It's a screen from Chatfield, who just checked into his left. Just pass goes to Jefferson. The logo straight away. Hands it off to the leading scorer on this team, Curtis Jones. Driving to his right, hangs in the air, up and under. That was acrobatic to bank it in with the right hand and give Iowa State a 6-5 lead.
Well, when they go on neutral courts, he's their leading scorer, Curtis Jones. He gets 14 shots a game in those, and he's off on a good start.
Averaging 17.1 on the season. He was right at that mark with 17 in the win over Lipscomb. With over 3 minutes gone in this first half, we've got a foul away from the ball as Padula was cutting through the lane, and it's going to be Cade Kelderman picking up his first, and the first against the Cyclones. Jalen Murray's going to check back in for Ole Miss and replace Matthew Morrell, so it'll be Murray, Padula, Davis, Brakefield, and inbounding David Barnes. Gets it in for Padula straight away, cut off by Kelderman. Pick and pop. Brakefield thought about it on the right wing, now puts it on the deck. Hands it off on the outside. Murray tried to turn the corner, but Jones stayed in front, 6 to shoot. Brakefield on the right end, and then he just threw it away. Wow, that Iowa State crowd behind its bench, making its presence felt, and in essence, forcing that turnover with 16 and a half to play.
Sure did, but at the same time, you're exactly right. Jamin Brakefield, slow down. All right, you had nowhere to go. Just pass the ball. You took a dribble towards the corner. The corner was covered. You didn't even need to be there. Get the ball reversed.
Cyclones well represented here in Milwaukee. Deep left wing three. It's good! Curtis Jones locked and loaded. Makes it 9-5 Cyclones.
Great job by Momcilovic. Late switch. Curtis Jones is open. Late closeout. He'd already had the 3 in the air.
A quick offense, and Jones, per usual, a microwave off the bench with 5 early points. Now a steal on the other end. Jefferson got his hand on it on Davis. Iowa State moving it the other way, and a foul as Davis got back in on the play, and Chris Beard is up on his feet and is screaming at his team. Just over 4 minutes in, Iowa State 15:55 to play in the first. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Iowa State up 9-5 over Ole Miss in this 3-6 matchup in Milwaukee. Let's check each team's tournament resume. Sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next great career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Ole Miss preseason top 25, 6-0 start before a close loss to Purdue in San Diego. They were 15-2 at one point before 3 straight losses, won 4 of 5 before another 3-game losing streak at the end of February. Lost to Auburn in the quarterfinal of the SEC tournament by 5, and then Up 22 in the second half to UNC. They hold them off. Iowa State, similar with the 15-1 start, but some injuries and some inconsistency, had them down at 24-9 entering the tournament before the win over Lipscomb. They get it into Jefferson, and he is fouled about 8 feet from the basket in the middle of the paint. He'll get 2 free throws on his way up with 15:47 to play in the first half up 4.
Well, David Barnes is a strong guy, but he's not strong enough to deal with Joshua Jefferson single coverage inside that post. And I know that Chris Beard does not want to double Joshua Jefferson. I totally see it, but they can't get switched like that.
Third foul already on Ole Miss. Jefferson's first free throw is up and good. And we'll see what type of adjustments the Rebels can make. Padula has all shot attempts and all points for Ole Miss. They haven't gotten a shot up in quite some time. They've had 3 turnovers and a scoring drought of nearly 2.5 minutes. Second one in and out from Jefferson. Lob it up to the front court, far side corner 3 is short. That was the first shot attempt by somebody not named Sean Padula. It was Murray, and then knocked out of bounds going back to the Cyclones.
Well, Ole Miss, that's a quick 3 from Juju Murray. That's a really quick 3. I think they've got a great plan at Ole Miss on how they're going to attack doubles. You know, when they double baseline drives, when they double the post up. Get your offense set and let's see it. You know, get these guys on the attack. That's how Iowa State started the game. They went to Jefferson and they cut Nate Heisey for a layup.
6-0 sprint now for the Cyclones. Skip past Jefferson on the right wing. Grab step on Davis, looking to drive down the middle of the paint. Kick it to the far side corner. Extra left wing 3 is right down the middle. Nate Heisey was ready on the catch and fire. And Iowa State feeling it early, up 13-5.
Nate Heisey is such a competitor. He's the best cutter on Iowa State's team. You leave him open, though, he's going to become one of the best shooters.
Heisey shooting 38% from three-point territory this year. Dia on the left wing picks up his dribble on the outside. Barnes now swings it to Padula on the right wing. Crossover a couple of times on Jefferson. Dancing with the basketball. 4 to shoot. Dia left wing. Heisey steps in front. Step back 3, end of the clock. It goes! Malik Dia from the left side puts an end to the drought and makes it 13-8.
Malik Diaz feeling good about that 3. I wouldn't want to live on that shot, but that was a heck of a make with the shot clock winding down.
Jones cross and feed. Lipsy on the outside. Heisey swings it short corner near side. Jackson clearing space to the right block, and he just powers it off the glass. 15-8. Iowa State can do no wrong offensively.
Deshaun Jackson is such a load. He drops that left shoulder, goes through your chest. You're in trouble.
Padula stops on the right elbow. Outside, Dia looking to drive right. Picks up his dribble 18 feet out. Some contact was there. Iowa State crowd wanted to travel. Instead, it's a reload on the right wing with Padula. 10 to shoot. Trying to get past Jones. He drives to his right. Pulls from 10. Comes up short. Weak side rebound poked around into the hands of Jones. And Iowa State's in business from left to right. Jones, step back, 25-footer. That's short. Ricochets into the hands of Barnes for Ole Miss. He spins away from Lipsy in the backcourt, one of the best steal men in the country. Padula loads up a left wing 3 and cans it. Sean Padula's second triple of the night makes it 15-11. Ole Miss within 2 possessions.
Now that's a great shot. And right now, Chris Beard is getting ready to sub Jamin Brakefield in. He wants his big run, and Malik Dia was in a jog there. Very fortunate 3.
Lipsy lob it inside. Jackson was alone momentarily. Oh, blocked by Davis on the recovery. He pinned it on the window. Here come the Rebels the other way. Leave it. Murray, right wing. And now they'll run some offense with Davis up top. Wearing some bright blue Kobe shoes. As Murray drives right, pulls up from 20 and hits just inside the arc. Tough shot over the outstretched arm of Deshaun Jackson to make it a 2-point game.
You are right, and that was such a quick release because Deshaun Jackson was defending him. What a quick release and rise.
15-13, 7 minutes in. Ole Miss has clawed their way back in, but Iowa State still up 2 with the ball. Jackson short corner near side with his back to the defender, Dia. And we've got a whistle away from the basketball and a foul on the cut as Lipsy was trying to cut through. Meanwhile, Padula, who's wearing the Devin Booker signature shoe that's made to look like a Nike Cortez that Forrest Gump wore, lost his left one. It was scooped up by the official, and he'll put it back on as the substitutions come in on either side.
And I'm going to be 59 on Tuesday. I might as well be 89. You know these shoes. I don't know anything.
Do they not look like Forrest Gump shoes?
Yeah, all I know is I've coached 2 guys that got their own shoes.
That's a good point.
Anthony Edwards and Dwayne Wade. But
That's
I don't
a good
even.
Point.
Unbelievable. Your knowledge of the shoe game, Noah.
That's the only way to be. Under 13 to play in the first half. Iowa State inbounding on the baseline, and Jones will fire it into the backcourt. That's where Cade Kelderman will safely bring it across. 15 to shoot as he leaves it for Curtis Jones. Around it goes near side corner. Momcilovic, he was the star on Friday, but he's been quiet so far. Drive to his right, fends off, spins. He lost the defender, but the fade a little bit too strong. Chatfield offensive rebound, missed the follow, got it back. And a lot of contact inside, but a foul is called on Ole Miss. And it looks like Davis might be the guilty party.
Chatfield is so good at playing his role, and his number one role is to get on that weak side board when the shot comes up or goes up. He has got to be over 90% out of the year of being in position when a shot is taken from either side of being on that weak side glass.
12:29 to play, first half. Iowa State led by 8 early. It's down to a 2-point game. Chatfield has it left wing, handed off. Jones, another three. This time way too strong. An air ball. Rebound still up for grabs. Finally vacuumed in by Dia. And Ole Miss will bring it across with Brakefield. On the right wing. Finds his big man. Right back to Brakefield on a dribble handoff. With his drive to his right.
Yep,
and he's pucked up by Heisey. There'll be a foul against Iowa State, their second team.
Good call. So far, I like the way they're officiating the game. They may not be getting you on the first bumper hit unless you just absolutely maim the guy on the cut, but they are not letting you get away with the second one. This is extremely, extremely good officiating early in the game.
Meanwhile, Padula has 8 of the 13 for Ole Miss. He's going to sit for the first time with 12-11 to play. Klafke is on the floor along with Murray, Brakefield, Dia, and Morrell. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Iowa State with a 2-point lead. A chance for Ole Miss to tie or take the lead here. Brakefield looking for an outlet. He finds it with Dia on the right wing. Pump and drive into a double team. Chatfield stepped up. And then a nice job of Dia to kind of roll it off the shin of Chatfield out of bounds with a timeout on the floor. 2.8 to shoot for Ole Miss when we come back. 11:53 to play in this first half. It's Iowa State 15, Ole Miss 13. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You know what I love about spring? It's the season of change. And that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family. Like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel. Let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
It's time for basketball. And right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
15-13 lead for Iowa State here in Milwaukee with 11:53 to play in the first half. Let's check some of the numbers sponsored by GoodRx. Check GoodRx for simple, smart savings on weight loss medications and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. Well, Coach, I've been told that you have a pharmacist's handwriting.
No, you saw that yourself.
I did. You do. Yeah. So it's only fair that we lead with the GoodRx.com check of the numbers, and you kind of give us what you think a 2.8-second call might be here for Ole Miss.
I think right now we're going to get a screen and a slip. They've got a couple good short clock actions. They're going to try to get everything going likely to the right side of the floor. Lift out of the corner, get a quick screen and a slip to the basket, either throw it up top or try to they're going to have to navigate. They'll put good pressure on the inbounds pass. They're going to have to navigate the defensive positioning on the inbounds, but I think they're going to get a slip screen here.
Dia, Padula, Murray, Brakefield, and Morrell, the 5 for Ole Miss. It'll be Heisey, Chapman, Momcilovic, Lipsy.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're getting. And there exactly what we're getting. Oh, didn't slip.
Went to the outside. Dia's going to have to fire over the top, and he missed it from about 20 feet out on the right side of the lane. Rebound swallowed up by Momcilovic, and now Lipsy will walk it across the timeline with 22 on the shot clock. Ole Miss has clawed back from down by 8, but Iowa State looking to re-extend to a 2-possession lead here.
One thing T.J. Altenberger didn't want is to hold the ball over your head, and Momcilovic is doing a little bit of that.
Heisey, right wing. Got cut off by Dia. Hands it off Jefferson. 4 to shoot. Trying to get it inside. Back out. Lipsy's going to have to fire with 1 on the shot clock. He scoops it up. Couldn't bank it in. Rebound again to Chatfield. And nearly had it knocked out of his hands. It was a tie-up and a jump ball going to Ole Miss. But the 7th offensive rebound already for Iowa State.
And that was such a, you're exactly right, because Chatfield's working, but he never sealed the switch that he had inside, but he was still open enough. You've got to throw the ball in there. You don't get gifts like that often. You've got to take advantage of it. If you're Iowa State, they didn't.
Approaching the midway point of the first half. These two teams fighting to move to the Sweet 16 in the South region. As Padula holds on his left hip on the left wing. Test pass goes to Brakefield straight away. Hook it to the near side, Murray. Screen comes to his right from Brakefield. Back to Padula, the leading scorer for Ole Miss with 8 early points. Dancing, feeding, right wing 3. Dia in and out and back in again. Malik Dia has found the range, and Ole Miss has the lead. It's 16-15.
He's fortunate. He's got a set shot. He knocks it down. He also got away with a taunt at the bench of Iowa State. I wouldn't want to risk it in this game.
10.5 to play in the first. Down the right alley. A powerful move on the up and under by Jefferson, and he puts it through. 17-16. Padula behind the back. He'll step into a left wing 3. A little too strong. Rebound up for grabs. Brakefield got a hand on it. Knocked out of bounds off Iowa State. Going to stay with Ole Miss with 20 on the clock.
I really, really hope it for the purpose of this game that Diaz is smarter than that than to do that again. I mean, the referees missed it. The bench caught it. There's no need. You don't need to talk to the crowd. You don't need to talk to the other bench. You don't need to have facial expressions with your 3-point actions. Just play the game. You're in the Elite 32. I made up my own term.
I was going to say,
I know it's Elite 8, but I'm thinking Elite.
The thirsty 32.
I like that even better. I like that better. Trademark it.
We'll do it by the end of the night. 10:18 to play in this first half. We welcome you just joining us across our network as a nice push shot goes down by David Barnes in the middle of the paint to put Ole Miss up 18-17. Iowa State led by as many as 8. We're at the midway point of this first half. Lipsy's back on the floor for Iowa State. Has it on the right wing. Leave it for Jefferson, top of the key. Guarded closely by Dre Davis. Going to back him down. Jefferson using his body. Just right down the middle of the paint. Kick out. Left wing 3. Momcilovic. A little too strong. And the rebound up high goes to D on the right block. Ole Miss back the other way. They got off to a sluggish start, but they have found a rhythm offensively as Iowa State now is just 1 for its last 8. Padula bounces it short corner far side. Dia's 20-footer is short. And a long rebound. Davis tracks it down. A second chance for Ole Miss. Dia puts the head down with a left-handed dribble and banks it in over a double team. Malik Dia getting it done at every aspect of the game. 20-17 Ole Miss.
He's got to register that right shoulder because that is a lethal weapon that he drives with and then scores it on the left side of the bucket.
9:15 to play in the first half. Chatfield, a touch on the left block. Momcilovic, contested corner 3 is short. And the rebound pokes around before finally being ripped down by Brakefield for Ole Miss. Into the front court. Brakefield, long strides, may have traveled, and a foul is called. The entire Iowa State crowd that we have here, which is the majority of the fans in attendance, were up on their feet and shuffling their hands to signal what should have been a walk.
They were exactly right, but he got fouled before on the drive. He traveled, then he got fouled at the end. Both fan bases should be mad.
And it will be free throws for Jamin Brakefield, with Ole Miss now extending their largest lead currently at 3. 9 minutes to play in the first half. As Morrell will check in after the first one from the senior transfer from Duke. First one is up and good.
Rylan Momcilovic, he's back here. He's a 3-time state champion. He's probably a 3-time All-State or a Mr. Basketball MVP of this state. But right now, he is hunting shots, and it is not the answer. He's got to let the game come to him a little bit more. He's got to be more ready to shoot. They're not as concerned about him at Ole Miss of being an offensive rebounder. Got to move without the ball and quit trying to manufacture jump shots.
Lefty delivery goes down for Brakefield. 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 22-17 Ole Miss. Iowa State with the ball. They started 6 for 10, but have gone 1 for their last 9 since. 8:45 to play in the first half. Momcilovic, a dangerous pass, finds Jefferson about 35 feet from the basket, and then a foul on the inside as Jones was cutting through the paint. It's going to go against Ole Miss. That's their 6th team foul with 8:44 to play in this first half.
But that's really big right now if you're Iowa State, because they're bumping them. They're hitting them on cuts, and Iowa State is such a good cutting team. You've got 8.5 left. You're going to be in the bonus on the next foul. Make sure if you don't get what you want offensively, you're getting a cut through the middle of the paint.
The 14-2 Ole Miss run, but they forced the turnover here. Jones just dribbled it off his foot on the near sideline and out of bounds. 8:42 to play. Ole Miss has completely flipped the script from the beginning of this game. It looked like Iowa State had come in just more prepared to play, and the Rebels have settled in to this round of 32 matchup. Murray leaves it for Brakefield on the right wing, one of the most impressive 6 men in the SEC. He rises and connects on a right wing 3. Brakefield showing off the versatility, and the Ole Miss run has extended to 17-2. They lead 8.
A great ball screen by Sean Padula on that right side for Brakefield to get the 3. His man got caught under.
25-17, 8:09 to play in the first half. Jefferson right wing 3 is short. Response not there. Long rebound tracked down far side corner by Juju Murray, and he'll bring it across right to left for Ole Miss. Crossover, drive down the right alley, had it knocked out of his hands. Last touch by Ole Miss, and a turnover forced by this Iowa State defense. Timeout on the floor with 7:57 to play. It is Ole Miss 25, Iowa State 17. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was gonna unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Brad Heller back in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. Shaping up to be a great finish in Seattle. Colorado State leads Maryland 62-58, the 12 over the 4 with under 7 minutes to go. You can hear that finish on the new Westwood One Sports app. Alabama, 3 straight Sweet 16s. The Crimson Tide beat St. Mary's 80-66. There are 6 SEC teams already in the Sweet 16. Kentucky and Florida also moving on today. Back to Milwaukee, Noah Eagle and Tom Crean.
It's a hot candidate. He went to Colorado.
7:57 to play in the first half here in Milwaukee. 25-17. Ole Miss in front of Iowa State on a 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes and 48 seconds. It has been a complete flip from the beginning of this ballgame.
It really has. And it's not like Iowa State is playing poorly because they're one away from the bonus. They've missed some open shots. I don't like the way Momcilovic is playing at all with hunting the shots. But right now, this is not a bad deficit. You just got to get good looks, and if you don't have it, go in the post, play out of it, try to force one-on-one or some type of double on Jefferson. Now they're going to have to double.
Jefferson foul line extended on the far side on a re-teased back down, spin baseline, put it up too strong. And the rebound pulled down by Brakefield for Ole Miss. They can go up double digits here as Brakefield drives right, had the bump, put it up. They're going to call it on the floor. There's 7:31 to play. Just initiating the contact was Deshaun Jackson in transition, and Brakefield gave him the benefit of the doubt.
He really did. Brakefield recognized that because Deshaun Jackson was guarding him. But what you do in the open floor is you want to drive at somebody's chest, which he did, and then you want to drive under the shoulder, which he did, and got the contact.
Padula will inbound, baseline, far side. He's got to get it in, and finally does for Brakefield on the right wing. Just knocked down a three from there. This time he'll drive right. He ran into Padula on his way to the basket. Got rid of it in time for Morrell on the left wing. Drives middle, floats it up, and puts it in. Counted and a foul. Matthew Morrell recognizing his spot, getting right there in a heap. And it's a 19-2 Ole Miss run to take a 10-point lead.
Great job by Morrell. He caught the ball. He was absolutely squared up. Got in the paint, got the lift, got the touch over the top. But just really, really good ball movement right now in Ole Miss inside of that 19-2 run.
First bucket for Morrell. Iowa State has gone over 3 minutes without a point. They've missed their last 4 from the floor, 1 for their last 11. And Morrell's free throw is up and good. It's a 12-0 run within the 20-2 run for the Rebels, and they lead 28-17.
Big possession. Don't waste the bonus if you're Iowa State. You're down 11. You need to stop that bleeding.
Lipsy on the left wing. Screen to his right, Chatfield. Instead, he leaves it to the far side corner for Jones. Circling around, guarded by Brakefield. 13 to shoot. Bounce it inside. Jefferson fumbled it. Jones got to it before Brakefield. Near side corner, 3. Momcilovic off the heel. And a weak side rebound falls into the chest of Morrell. Up ahead it goes. Brakefield down the right alley. Euro step. Floated up. Couldn't bank it in. And it's an uncontested flat-footed rebound at Chatfield for Iowa State. 6:45 to play in the first half. Jones stepping to a left wing 3. Yes, sir! He cans a triple. 28-20. Iowa State finally gets one to go to stop the bleeding.
Curtis Jones is so quick, goes both ways. Think of whirling dervish in the dictionary, and that's Curtis Jones.
Padula leaves it for Brakefield. The Iowa State fans trying to get behind their team and provide some energy here. Murray driving kick. Got it ricocheted right back to him on the right block. Murray's caught up on a double team. 7 to shoot. Right wing 3. Davis too strong. Weak side rebound. Yanked down by Jones, and he'll move it across for Iowa State. Lipsy lob it inside. Left block. It's caught on a double team by Momcilovic. Back outside. A swing pass to the near side wing. It's Jefferson for 3. Off the heel. Rebound. Pinballs into the hands of Padula. They'll just go right in the middle of traffic to the teeth of that defense. Oh, he got to the ground, shoveled it, and Davis is fouled on the way up. He hung in the air an extra second and came up just a little bit short on a chance for 3.
Trey Davis is so good. His first shot attempt of the game was the possession before. Now he gets down here, he's going to the foul line. That's why he's a great player. He's not hunting shots. He's letting the game come, but he's impacting the game, as Chris Beard said, on both ends.
5:50 to play in the first half. And the first free throw is up and good from Davis to make it 29-20 Ole Miss. Noah Eagle and Tom Crean here at our Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click, Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Chris Beard is doing such a great job, Noah. In year one, he said, you're building the culture. You're building the program, building the staff, building the roster. I love this. In year 2, you're defending the culture. And that's exactly what he's done all year. Obviously, the roster's changed. But this team has been so connected throughout the year. That's a tribute to Chris and that incredible staff he's got.
Davis rattles home the second free throw. He's got those first 2 points of the day to make it 30-20 Ole Miss. Still on an extended 14-3 run. Momcilovic gets a touch, but 5 feet behind the line against Klafke at the top of the key. Swings to his right, back to his left, stops on a dime, off his left foot, and he somehow scooped it in with a right hand. That was impressive over either shoulder, and Momcilovic finally has a field goal to make it 30-22.
And that's how he plays. He can go over both shoulders, either foot, either hand. Tremendously skilled player.
8-point ball game, Ole Miss in front. 5:15 to play in the first half. Oh, the lob from half court and the slam down from Dia. Padula put it in the perfect spot, and it's 32-22.
How good is Padula? He sees the floor. He gets out of trouble. Malik Dia has come to play. He did not like being benched at the end of that Carolina game.
Jones crosses over, drives to his left, floats it with his right, but he missed it in and out. Rebound, Chatfield again, and he sticks it back. Finally, Iowa State cashes in on their 8th offensive rebound to make it 32-24.
Malik Dia's got 10 already in this game. He's playing possessed.
Under 5 to play in the first half. Padula leans in from 8 feet out. He draws the contact as he missed the floater in and out, but he'll get 2 free throws with 4:39 on the clock. Padula has just done everything right so far in this early going. 8 points, 3 assists, 15 minutes, no turnovers.
Well, he really has. He's one of the best big shot makers in all of college basketball. And you want the ball in his hands. Look what he did with Carolina the other day. The game is hanging in the balance, and he buries a 3. He is a fearless guy. Don't let that headband fool you from, he looks like he played in the movie or the TV show The White Shadow.
Yeah, not bad. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the net. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
He's salami without the long hair.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
See, I got it tighter. No, I see what you're going here. We'll get into coach later as Padula has one more free throw, hit the first, 33-24, 9 points. He can crack double figures along with his teammate Dia, who's got 10. 8 points for Curtis Jones on Iowa State side, and Padula does go perfect on a pair to make it 34-24. Ole Miss with a double-digit cushion. 4.5 to play in the first half. Lipsy from left to right into the front court on the right wing. Leave it towards the midcourt stripe, gets it right back. Lipsy down the right alley, hangs, feeds. Momcilovic left wing 3 short, and he just hasn't found the range so far like he had the other night when he went 4 of 8 from 3 as Ole Miss controls.
No, his legs look tired because he's standing straight up. He's not low like he usually is, ready to catch and go up. And he's got a slow release right now, even though he's open. It's all in the legs, feet.
Padula, top of the key, driving to his left, hangs in the air, couldn't bank it in with the right hand. Rebound kept alive by Dia on the right block. He banks it home. Line drive delivery, and Dia's up to a dozen. It's 36-24, the largest lead for Ole Miss.
I still say one of the best coaching jobs of the year by anybody was Chris Beard and how he's made Malik Dia a more mature, effective player.
3:40 to play in the first half. Jones being hounded by Padula. Now he drives to his right, hangs in the air, couldn't bank it in with the right hand, and Dia snares the board. Chris Beard implores his team to slow it down.
Curtis Jones played for the contact there for the foul. Not tonight, young man. That is not one they're going to call.
Padula shielding the basketball with his body. Bounces it now for David Barnes on the right wing, 5 feet behind the line. Hands it off right in that same spot to Brakefield. 8 to shoot. Brakefield directing traffic. Dia goes to set the screen to his left. Brakefield with 4 on the clock. Crossover on Heisey, top of the key. Moving to his right, floats it from the right elbow, too strong, and the rebound ricocheted into the hands of Heisey in the short corner. Up ahead with the pass. It's Lipsy down the left alley. Swing it, near side corner, but a foul before the shot. At least Momcilovic did get to see one go down after the whistle as Lipsy was absolutely decked. Airborne.
Great call, Noah, and that is bigger psychologically than most people realize because he's been short. He's probably talking to himself, thinking to himself, seeing ghosts, and all of a sudden he sees it go in. I think we'll see the next one go in, as long as he doesn't force it.
Ole Miss up 36-24, timeout on the court with 2:58 to play in this first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
It's time for basketball. And right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol.
Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports. Find out what channel your team is playing on by going to SiriusXM.com/sports.
Ole Miss 36, Iowa State 24, 2:58 to play in the first half here in Milwaukee. Let's check the schedule of tournament games coming up on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Final games of the second round in Cleveland, New Mexico, and Michigan State just underway. And in Seattle, a final game of the round of 32. Oregon and Arizona, approximately 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. So under 3 to play in this first half. Ole Miss, after the slow start, has just been untouchable with what they've done on both ends of the floor. Went on that extended 20-2 run and have opened up a lead of a dozen here with 2:58 to play.
And it's taken way too long to get to the foul line. And when Taman Lipsey goes to have the opportunity to shoot some, but when you get in the bonus the way that you do, and the game is not going your way with the jump shots, you've got to do something to force pressure on the referees to blow the whistle at the rim. 1-and-1, and Lipsey riles in the front end. He only has one field goal attempt in this game. He averages nearly 11 points per game on the season. Third-team All-Big 12 this year after being first-team member last season. Two-time All-Defensive Team in the conference the last 2 years. Averaged 2 steals per game, but he misses the second one off the back iron. And Ole Miss looking to run, knocked out of bounds. The pass from Padula to Morrell by Jones. So 26 to shoot for the Rebels. The inbound on the far sideline, right in front of the scorer's table. Morrell gets it in for Padula straight away at midcourt. Bounce it. Dia fumbled it. Got it before it rolled out of bounds, 45 feet away. Rips through, puts it on the deck with the left hand. Still 15 to work with on the shot clock. Now it's Morrell on the left wing. Puts it on the deck with the right hand. Trying to find Murray. Couldn't get to him. 5 to shoot now for Dia on the left wing. Against Momcilovic. Step away. 20-footer. Oh, it rolls in. Malik Dia has got the stroke tonight. 38-25. He's got 14. And again, Noah, he popped him with his right shoulder, created separation. Great touch.
And a foul this time on the attack from Jefferson. It's going to put him at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 with 2:16 to play in the first half.
Good offense if you're Iowa State. It's not going your way right now. Get to the foul line. Finish this half with free throws. Set your defense. But right now, they're not going to be able to switch Momcilovic onto Malik Dia. And I know it was a random switch, but they're going to have to get that figured out quickly. That's where you want Heisey or Jefferson on him as much as you can.
Meanwhile, Dre Davis now with 2 personal fouls. So Chris Beard will make the change and get Jamin Brakefield in the game. Davis will sit for likely the rest of this first half. Only 2:16 to play as Jefferson goes to the free throw line. Iowa State without a field goal in over 2.5 minutes. The front end of the 1-and-1 too strong. So another empty trip for the Cyclones. And Ole Miss looking to extend what is already their largest lead at 13.
Perfect lineup to go inside, try to force a double so you can get a cutter to the basket.
Murray on the right wing. Couple of crossovers on Heisey. Now leaves it for Dia, who's been the star, along with Padula in this first half. Murray on the right side. Hook it inside. Dia diving to the rim. Nearly traveled. Picked it up on the left block. Good defense by Momcilovic as he forced it short. Iowa State coming back the other way with Jones. Minute 40 to play in this first half. 13-point Ole Miss lead. Jones drives left, spins right, floats it up short. Rebound Jefferson, puts it back in. Wow. Uncontested. Too strong. Just cleared the way to make it 38-27.
Said you need cement helmets to play in this game on Friday, and that's exactly what you need. That is a battle in that paint.
7 points now with 3 rebounds, all offensive boards for Jefferson. Padula picked up his dribble on the outside. Now hot potato right back to him from Brakefield. Deep left wing three. Padula short. And a long rebound into the arms of Heisey for Iowa State. With a minute 8 to play in this first half. Ole Miss up 11. Heisey fending off on Padula. Whips it to the far side corner. Momcilovic had it intercepted. Brakefield is then fouled immediately by Heisey. With a minute to play in this first half.
Momcilovic, that was such a bad play. Careless. You caught it in the corner. You just turned and threw it. It's a tough place. He's put the ball over his head too many times and held it. He hasn't had his legs in his shot, and there he's rushing it. He just needs to let the game come. He's pressing heavily.
So now 1-and-1 situation for Brakefield and Ole Miss. He's a 72% shooter. He leads the team in field goal percentage at 50.4 coming off the bench in all but one game this season. Has now played in 132 games at Ole Miss since transferring from Duke after one season, and he makes the first one to make it 39-27 with a minute to play and a timeout on the floor. So a timeout on the court with Ole Miss up 39-27. 1 minute remaining in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Back here in Milwaukee, Ole Miss up 39-27 on Iowa State with a minute to play in the first half. Time for the Coles fact of the game. We just saw Joshua Jefferson with a rebound and putback. In Friday's win over Lipscomb, he scored 10 points for the Cyclones, but he also stuffed the stat sheet in a way that hasn't ever been done in the tournament since steals and blocks became official in 1986. He became the only player to ever record at least 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks in an NCAA tournament game. And so far, Jefferson has 7 points, 3 rebounds, all of them offensive, 1 assist, but 1 steal and no blocks. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first.
That's why Chris Beard at practice yesterday was calling him Mr. Triple-Double. I'd have been a few points off, but everybody understood the context.
He was right there.
He was right there. He got his team's attention, I know that.
No question about that. Breakfield's going to go to the free throw line for one more here for Ole Miss. They led by as many as 13. He can get them right back to that mark at the charity stripe with a minute remaining in the first. Padula, Murray, Breakfield, Morrell, and Dia are the 5 as Breakfield's free throw gets every part of the rim but does fall and makes it 40-27 with a minute to play. Lipsy in the front court for Iowa State off a series of screens to his right. Leaves it for Jones on the left wing. Driving left. Feed on the outside. Jefferson, ball fake, drive. Knocked out of his hands and saved by Dia. Turnover forced by the Rebels. Chris Beard giving instructions. Padula will slowly make his way into the front court with a 14-second difference shot clock and game clock. 17 to shoot. It's Murray at the controls at the midcourt logo for the Rebels. Head up. Using his off left hand to call out the offense. 8 to shoot. Breakfield right wing against Momcilovic. 5 on the shot clock. Now Murray, a deep left wing 3. Too strong. Rebound. Morrell got a hand on it. And out of bounds to Iowa State. 13.9 seconds remaining. 40-27. Iowa State can claw just a little bit closer before the end of the half.
Yeah, you got to get something now that gives you enough time, get a good look, you have enough time to give you an offensive rebound so you can get the putback or a foul. And we've got a timeout called by Ole Miss. So Chris Beard will talk it over with a timeout on the court. The score, Ole Miss 40, Iowa State 27 with 13.9 on the clock in the first half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Back in Milwaukee, get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. 13.9 seconds left in this first half. Iowa State has it with the shot clock turned off, moving it from left to right. And they're down by 13. Jefferson feeds Jones with 8 on the clock. Down the middle of the lane, hangs in the paint, puts it in with the right hand. 4 seconds left. Ole Miss can get one more up here. 2 seconds left. It's Padula from midcourt at the horn. He missed it wide to the right. And Iowa State 20 minutes.
Great job right there at the end, right? Because Ole Miss came out and showed 1-3-1 zone, but credit Iowa State. They matched up. Everybody's reacting to Colorado State up 1 right now over Maryland, but I'm going to stay with this. Ole Miss did a good job, got matched up, but they stayed with the play in Iowa State. Curtis Jones takes it. Great finish in the paint.
The halftime score, Ole Miss 40, Iowa State 29. We did just see Colorado State take a 1-point lead over Maryland with 3.6 seconds remaining in the second. That was the reaction on a 3-ball. When we return here, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boost, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Hit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void or prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
The family that vacations together?
What? That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Brad Heller in our Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. It is halftime in Milwaukee. Ole Miss, the 6th seed in the South, leads the 3 seed Iowa State 40-29. The Cyclones got off to a hot start, but then went ice cold from the field. The Rebels a 12-0 run to pull ahead, and they have the lead at the break in Milwaukee 40-29. All right, let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. What a game in Seattle. Maryland, the 4 seed in the West, taking on the 12 seed Colorado State. Jalen Lake, a three-pointer with 6 seconds left to give the Rams the lead. Maryland with its final possession and a chance to win the game. And we'll see if we can get you that highlight. And we do have it. Here's how the game ended, Maryland and Colorado State.
I think they're going to inbound to Rice.
Gillespie looking to throw it in. Gets it up top to Queen. Dribbling left. Big step down the lane. Runner for the win. Banked it in! He banked it in! He banked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16. Derek Queen with a runner left of the lane. Banked it in. And for the first time since 2016, the Maryland Terrapins are going to the Sweet 16.
Ryan Radke on the call. They did review it, but it was confirmed. 72-71. Maryland is the winner. And the Terps, as Ryan said, off to the Sweet 16. First time since 2016. We got our first buzzer beater in this tournament. The Terps are going to take on Florida on Thursday in San Francisco. The Gators kicked off the day, knocking out UConn 77-75, ending the Huskies' 13-game tournament winning streak. Right now, Michigan State, the 2 in the South, trails New Mexico 20-14 midway through the first half. Meanwhile, Alabama topped St. Mary's 80-66, 3 straight Sweet 16s for the Crimson Tide. Kentucky outscored Illinois 84-75, their first Sweet 16 since 2019. They're going to take on Tennessee on Friday. And Duke rolled over Baylor 89-66. Blue Devils are going to go to Newark, New Jersey and meet either Arizona or Oregon. It is halftime in Milwaukee. Ole Miss leads Iowa State 40-29. Coming up, an interview with Oregon head coach Dana Altman before the Ducks face Arizona. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Something amazing is happening in education. Students are inspired and engaged. That's because school districts consulted with CDW, who designed modern classroom solutions with pre-configured HP devices, making learning more accessible, secure, and immersive. Now when students study topics like elephants, it feels like elephants are there with them. HP and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/HPPSG.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. Maintain X was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try Maintain X free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Ole Miss up on Iowa State at halftime, 40-29. Derek Queen, a buzzer-beating bank shot. Maryland over Colorado State in Seattle, 72-71. Game number 2 in Seattle. That's good. That's an appropriate location for this matchup of former Pac-12 rivals, Arizona and Oregon. It's the 4-5 matchup in the East. They're going to meet for the 94th time, but the very first in the NCAA tournament. The Wildcats go for a third Sweet 16 in 4 years under head coach Tommy Lloyd, while Dana Altman has guided the Ducks to 5 Sweet 16s, the last one coming in 2021. And here is the Ducks head coach with Ryan Radke and PJ Carlissimo.
Well, Coach, for those of us that have been around the Pac-12 for a lot of years, this is a fun NCAA tournament matchup with Oregon and Arizona. What's it like for you to see a very familiar foe on the other side of a second-round tournament game?
Well, for the last 14 years, we've played them quite often, 27 times to be exact. Yeah, no, it was a great rivalry when Sean Miller was there. He did a tremendous job, and now with Tom, they're doing a great job. It was one that we look forward to, our fans look forward to every year. We met so many times in the conference tournament and it seemed like we were always battling for an NCAA spot, trying to win the league. So it's been a good rivalry over the years.
I always found the Thursday-Friday game, I don't say enjoyed, but the preparation was nice. You had time to get ready, and then all of a sudden you got to come back one day later, and it's usually against a better team. Does it help to an extent? I mean, you playing some personnel that you're familiar with and having played Tommy 6-8 times, whatever you did.
Yeah, no, it helps a little bit. Still stay up watching film, and I'm not sure we get that much good out of it. By nature, we're scared to death and don't want to miss anything. No, we think we're prepared. They're doing a lot of the same things they've always done. He is who he is. They've run. They're going to transition. We've got to get back and try to slow them down a little bit. We've got to do a good job on the boards. We've got to do a good job there. They're a +7 for the year, which creates problems for us. Their depth is good. They're playing 8 guys and spreading those minutes out pretty good. No, it's a big challenge for us. I know we're going to have to play really well to give ourselves an opportunity. They're a good basketball team, and we're going to have to play awfully well.
Certainly a lot of attention gets paid to Caleb Love and what he has done for them. What are some of the defensive keys for you guys to try to limit his effectiveness?
Well, he's an explosive player. I remember a game a year ago that, he came to our place and got 30, 30-some. He's an explosive player. He can get on a roll, and once a couple go, he's really dangerous. So we've got to locate him in transition. They run a lot of sets for him. We've got to do a good job there. Fortunately, TJ Baum is a good defender. He was on the all-defensive team, and as long as he stays out of foul trouble, I think he can slow him down. You're not going to stop him. He averages 16 a game, and, his efficiency numbers aren't too bad, so you're not going to stop him, but we can't let him, get 20, 30 points and expect to be successful.
All right, it should be a fun game, Coach. We're looking forward to it. Thanks very much.
All righty, thanks.
All right, we'll send you back to the arena when we return. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's back.
For a used car with Carfax. I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to pause for the facts. I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro. Facts. A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion. Facts. The ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie. Facts. Starring me, Little Miss Confident. Yeah! Facts. Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Choose your calling. Choose your path. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. You know who you are. Mazda. Move and be moved.
I wake up.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
40-29 in this 3-6 matchup with the right to go to the Sweet 16 in Atlanta on the line to take on the winner of Michigan State and New Mexico currently in the first half. We'll check on some halftime stats. Sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol shaving cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. Well, in that first half, it was a sluggish start for Ole Miss. Boy, did they catch fire offensively. 48% from the floor, 46%, 5 of 11 from three, and a perfect 9 for 9 at the free throw line. And they were getting pounded on the boards early. They have narrowed that gap as Iowa State leads the rebounding battle 19-18, but 9 of the 19 have come on the offensive glass for Iowa State. 3 of them specifically from Joshua Jefferson, and Brent Chatfield came in the game and really made some things happen on the offensive glass as well. But Ole Miss with an 11-point lead, and Iowa State is going to have to really work their way back and find that offense that they had to start the game.
They really are, and it's got to have to come through Joshua Jefferson. Early, because Momcilovic needs to see something go in, but he doesn't need to hunt shots because he's kind of out of place in this offense right now. I think if you're Iowa State, you get it into Joshua Jefferson, you start to play, you try to force some type of double, you get the cuts like you started in the game with guys like Nate Heisey. Tamin Lipsey is certainly going to have to be more assertive in this game. Curtis Jones, you want him taking good shots, not wild shots, but you need that because you can win the rebounding game here. But on the other end, Malik Diaz has been fantastic. Sean Padula is Sean Padula. He's always going to move. But Diaz controlling the game when he gets the ball. He's getting to the rim. He's making some threes. He has been on top of it.
Our halftime score, Ole Miss 40, Iowa State 29. When we return, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit EgoPowerPlus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's EgoPowerPlus.com.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Westwood One presents great moments in tournament history.
There are bracket busters, and then there are the FGCU Eagles, the ultimate bracket busters. Before March of 2013, the small school in Florida wasn't on anybody's radar for basketball, but in 48 hours in Philly, that all changed. They stunned Georgetown in the second round, and then 2 days later against San Diego State, served up an encore performance.
Faradell throws for Comer. Comer fires ahead into the hands of Thompson, and he jams it home. Oh! That's the exclamation point on an incredible weekend in Philadelphia.
For the first time ever, a 15th seed advanced to the Sweet 16. Florida Gulf Coast's phenomenal run ended the following week, but their style of play and Cinderella story sure gave us some great moments in tournament history.
Just about set for the start of the second half between Ole Miss and Iowa State. Winner moves on to Atlanta to take on Michigan State or New Mexico. Time now for the second half keys. Sponsored by Wago. Trust your game. Trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. You're up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. All right, Coach Crean, what do you got for us?
Well, both teams have been in this immediate position. And again, this is where Ole Miss has got to learn from the Carolina game. They came back out in the second half with a lead and started taking shots, where in the first half they were working for shots. That's exactly how they've got to play inside of this second half. And if you're Iowa State, don't panic. It's a long game. You know, I'm still stunned that they wasted so many opportunities to get in the bonus once they got the 6 fouls. But, just let it come. Don't start taking jump shots that aren't there. Curtis Jones has got to play within. He can play fast. He can play a little wild, but he can't play reckless because they're not in position right now. This Ole Miss team can run. Don't worry as much about getting Milan Momcilovic going. Get him moving without the basketball. Taman Lipsey, Joshua Jefferson together got to be fantastic.
Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed's Sponsored Jobs feature helps you stand out and hire fast. Start at Indeed.com/credit. 20 minutes on the clock. Winner moves on to Atlanta. Loser goes home for the year. Ole Miss with an 11-point cushion. Iowa State will have the basketball to start this second half in their white uniforms. White tops, white bottoms. Iowa State written across the chest in mustard yellow and maroon with the maroon numbers on the stomach and back. Ole Miss in their red jerseys and pants with the Ole Miss written in script white across the chest with the white numbers on stomach and back. Iowa State moving from right to left. with Lipsy at the controls on the far side of the court. Just pass to Heisey. He got the scoring started today. Cuts through the lane as Jefferson has it now on the left wing. Half the shot clock gone. Bouncing. Jackson step through for two from the left block to the right, and he swoops it in to make it 40-31.
A great offensive possession, not only because they scored inside, but Joshua Jefferson is going to find a cutter. He did not see Nate Heisey cut free through the paint.
9-point deficit now on the back cut. Morrell down the right alley. Missed it at the rim. Good contest by Momcilovic as he tapped it to Lipsy. So Iowa State gets the stop to move into the front court. Lipsy on the left wing with a right-handed dribble. Jackson hits the deck inside. Jefferson bounces it, right block. Now short corner on the far side. Momcilovic fade from 12, comes up short. Weak side rebound. It's Jackson and the putback with a right hand on the left block. Deshaun.
They've got to have Deshaun Jackson yesterday for today's game. He was absolutely right, and there he is.
18:45 to play. D on the outside, hands it off for Murray on the left wing. Driving down the left alley. Double being shaded baseline. Leaves it on the right wing. It's Morrell for three. It's good! He splashes it home to re-extend it for Ole Miss. 43-33.
What a drive baseline on the left side with the left hand for Juju Murray to find Matthew Morrell. Beautiful pass and catch and shoot.
Jefferson down the right alley, back the other way, spins to his left, and he's fouled on the way up by Dia. That's going to be number one on the Ole Miss big man, and 2 free throws incoming for Joshua Jefferson.
And that's a small win right there for that to be his first foul, especially the way he was in and out of it on this past Friday. But how quick was Joshua Jefferson to get that ball back to his left hand over his right shoulder? That was phenomenal quickness.
So the bigs doing work for Iowa State so far. If you want to consider Jefferson a part of that, somebody who plays on both the interior and perimeter, and his first free throw is up and right down the middle. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Now, Joshua Jefferson had 2 open missed threes in the first half. I see him making a few this half. He shoots it with that kind of form.
He does miss the second free throw, so it's 43-34 Ole Miss with the basketball. 2 minutes gone in the second half. Padula looking to drive right, cut off by Heisey. To the outside for Dre Davis. Hot potato now on the perimeter. Ends up with Murray on the near side. 10 to shoot. Brakefield in the game on the wing, holding on his right hip, pumps on Jackson, gets him up in the air, and then he's fouled on the way to the basket. Oh, he put it in! What a finish! He was toppling over Lipsy. Brakefield looking at the Ole Miss side and saying, "Are you not entertained?"
He is such an unorthodox driver because the ball's close. He looks for the shoulder bump, loses contact, still gets hit. That's called finishing with your eyes. He never dropped his eyes as the ball went off the board. I used to stand underneath on the end line and watch our guys with their finishing with the contact. If I didn't see their eyes, we did it again. That's exactly what Brakefield did. The eyes were up the whole way. He saw it come off the board. Perfect finish.
45-34 Ole Miss. Brakefield can make it a 12-point lead and does with a free throw. And meanwhile, Deshaun Jackson has to go to the bench with his 3rd personal foul. First team foul against Iowa State. Just over 2 minutes into the second half, and we'll see how long T.J. Otzelberger will leave him there. Jefferson driving to his left. And we've got a jump ball called. There was a lot of contact, but a tie-up. Jefferson dangerously threw it back towards the officials. And the possession arrow goes to Ole Miss.
I like the clear-out idea. I don't like the frustration part from Jefferson. It's a long game. You're making a comeback. You're down 12. Don't worry about it. Get in a stance so you don't pick up a ridiculous foul.
Oh, nobody picked up Davis. Clear the runway. We've got a high flyer in Milwaukee. Dre Davis rips down the rim with 2, and it's 48-34 Ole Miss.
Joshua Jefferson still pouting about the last play. Reaches for a steal, doesn't get it. Dre Davis with the thunder dunk.
Nearly 3 minutes gone in the second. Down the right alley, Lipsy hangs and hits. Banks it home with a chance for 3. He went right into the teeth of that Ole Miss defense and makes it 48-36.
If there are 2 stronger guards in this city right now than Kylan Boswell and Taman Lipsy, I'm not sure who they are with those barrel chests. But that was a very, very strong move, compact to the ground. He has deceptive quickness, and he showed it right there.
Just 6'1", but 200 pounds. And he is tough to move as his free throw is up and right there. So he puts in the three-point play. He'll go to the bench as Kelderman will come back in for Iowa State. And it's 48-37 Ole Miss with 17-13 left.
Now, this is a dangerous lineup if you are Iowa State, because you cannot get out of character with this group in. You know, Kelderman can't take a tough shot. Mamchilovic can't take a tough shot. The ball needs to be played through Jefferson. Jones can't get crazy with it. Just play the game.
Murray at the midcourt logo holding the ball at his shins. Now he puts it on the deck with the right hand. Double team comes. He circles around Chatfield trying to bounce it, but it was kicked out of bounds along the near sideline by Jefferson. So they'll reset the shot clock to 20 with 16:53 remaining.
Juju Murray's an escape artist. He can get out of trouble. He's so quick. He kept his eyes up. He had the lob. I don't think he thought so he tried to bounce it.
We welcome those of you joining us across our network. 16:53 remaining. Ole Miss leading 48-37 as that 15-footer falls short on the near side for Davis. So Iowa State gets a stop. They'll move it from right to left. Jones lob it inside. Oh, a good seal as Jefferson made the catch, sprayed it out, and then a turnover. Kelderman threw it away. Padula in transition, sets the feet, right wing three, money. He has been pure from the outside. His third three of the night gives Ole Miss a 51-37 lead. 16:20 to play. Jefferson short corner near side. Outside and around the horn. Kelderman back to Jones on the left wing. He'll fire a deep three. Off the heel, and the rebound collected on the right block by Davis. Ole Miss looking to push into the front court. Davis coast to coast. Sprayed out far side corner three. It rattles home. Jamin Brakefield buries that Iowa State defense. Timeout called. 54-37. Ole Miss with its largest lead of the night.
That is a big-time play. How quick Jamin Brakefield got down that court to get into the left corner, plant that right foot, go up and do a shot. Dre Davis impacting the game on both ends. Not about the stat sheet, it's about moving the ball. Ole Miss is on a team heater right now.
Go RV or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 54-37. Ole Miss with 16:03 to play on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
I used to lack confidence until I shopped for a used car with Carfax. With Carfax, I was able to pause for the facts. I saw all the facts, like millions of cars, reported vehicle histories, and found the best values. Thanks to Carfax, I had the confidence to shop like a pro. Facts. A pro car shopper who feels like a winning ping pong champion. Facts. The ping pong champ whose legendary story is now a blockbuster movie. Facts. Starring me, Little Miss Confident. Yeah! Sorry, you get it. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least that was the plan. Except now the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms in for the stay.
16:03 remaining here in Milwaukee. 54-37. Noah Eagle and Tom Crean here at our Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. Iowa State basketball down by 17, their largest deficit of the night. 3 seed in the South, trying to continue their season. Jones loads up a long left wing 3 off the backboard and the back iron, but the rebound inhaled by Jefferson. A second chance for Iowa State. Jones runs into Padula, outside Momcilovic, straightaway 3 off the right iron. Rebound again, offensive this time. It's Jackson on the left block, puts on the deck, kicks it out, swing it to Kelderman, extra pass left wing. Jefferson rips through, drives left, hangs, and he's fouled on the way up. It's going to be number 2 on Dia, and it'll be free throws when we come back with 15:31 to play in this second half. 54-37 is your score with a timeout on the court. Ole Miss up by 17 on Iowa State. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE-certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
15 and a half minutes remaining in the final game from Milwaukee this weekend. It is Ole Miss 54, Iowa State 37. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio. Visit ncaa.com/VIP. So 15:31 left. Ole Miss is shooting the basketball 53% overall and 57% from three. They lead by 17 points.
Well, let's set the rest of the rest of the game right now. Ole Miss has been playing so hard, so well, making shots, ton of energy and hype. They're trying to keep that crowd in it. But the way Jefferson and Jackson came out inside after that last timeout, if they can put that together for 3 or 4 minutes, they've got a chance to bring this back. As you said, Noah, they've got to get stops. But Ole Miss can't do Iowa State's job for them by taking tough shots, bad shots, early shots, or shots where they don't get on the offensive glass.
Jefferson made the first free throw, bends the knees, releases in and out on the second, rolled around twice before popping into Dia's hands, and Ole Miss back in business up 16. Padula looks to put the head down and turn the corner. Nice job moving the feet by Kelderman. Oh, he finds the cutter on a little shovel pass down the left alley, and Brakefield finishes with no resistance, 56-38.
Sean Padula pulled a Gary Payton driving down into that post. Google it. Look up some Gary Payton post-ups. That's what Padula just did.
5 minutes gone in the second half, and Ole Miss is just pouring it on. Left block. Jackson floats it up too strong. Murray with the rebound. Ole Miss with numbers if they hurry here. Brakefield finds the trailer Murray. Right back to that 6-man. And a a foul on the inside. Heisey was battling with Dia on the right block, and he's going to pick it up. It'll be the second foul against Iowa State.
That's a great call, and that's how you go in and seal and leave no doubt for the officials. Any of the three officials could have called that because he buried him, got low, he was putting his head under the rim, and there was nothing he could do about it.
Remember, this is an Iowa State team playing without Keyshawn Gilbert, who led the team in assists this year at 4.1. Inbound near side corner three. Morrell! Kaboom! 59-38. Morrell sticks the triple, and Ole Miss has its largest lead of 21 with 14.5 to play.
Great job. One of the most used sets for Chris Beard on his out-of-bounds play. Found Morrell. Great screen. Great shot.
Jefferson skip pass. Heisey left wing. Inside. Jackson diving to the rim and a two-handed stuff. 59-40. It's good ball movement, but Ole Miss still with a just massive advantage. And they have been shooting the lights out here tonight. Brakefield leaves it for Morrell. Only a 30% three-point shooter, but that last one from the corner looks smooth.
It sure did. He was totally squared up.
Padula doesn't use the screen, hooks it inside. It's Dia from 10. Can't bank it in from the near side, and then a rebound and a foul on a loose ball. Brakefield's going to pick it up about 85 feet from the basket. Changes on both sides. Momcilovic in. Jefferson out for Iowa State. Dre Davis is going to check in, as will David Barnes. And Brakefield and Murray both sit.
Dre Davis is playing so hard. I mean, we talked about it before. He's from Indianapolis. He's played at Louisville, Seton Hall. Comes to Ole Miss in this year. He's going to play in the NBA. He may make it the hard way, going through the two ways of the G League, but he is going to play in the NBA. I have zero doubt.
Lipsy leaves it outside. Curtis Jones. Right-handed dribble, circling around, just looking for any space. He can't find it with 10 on the shot clock. Now it's Jackson's turn driving right. Cut off there, lob it near side corner. Momcilovic still can't find the range from three as he missed it wide right. And the uncontested board in the restricted area to Padula. He's going to walk it across. Ole Miss with the ball, up 19, 59-40. They've made 4 of their last 5, and now we've got a foul away from the ball again on the near side. This one's going to go against Momcilovic.
That's a sign of a well-officiated game when you are not you'll let a bump go on the ball because there's going to be collisions on the ball. You won't let the second bump go. But you do not allow holds on wide pins, off the ball contact. Very good call.
And you know where you see that, I feel like, more often than anywhere else is FIBA basketball. You could really see the officials lock down. They allow a little more contact, but they're more willing to call those off-ball movements.
Yeah, you just can't, and that's why we saw some things going into the post on the cuts early on, because those are fouls. You have to call those.
10 on the shot clock, right wing. It's Murray holding on his left hip, right back in the game. Protects the screen, moving to his right. Now crosses over to his left. Explodes down the middle of the lane. He floats it up in and out, but a foul is called on the way up. It'll be 2 free throws for Juju Murray.
Masterful play by Juju Murray. The head fake, the high hair sold it. He absolutely. We lost a game one time when I was at Georgia to Arizona State and Remy Martin. I swear he got 3 calls because he could bob his head so well and the hair was flying. I swear.
I mean, this is majestic hair.
I would never coach another point guard that didn't have high hair that was loose because, man, you're getting 2 fouls a game off that.
It's like a cheat code as Murray hit it first. Download the brand new Westwood One Sports app and catch every minute of the NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today, available for iOS and Android. That's like a cheat code as well. Makes life way too easy. Would you describe Jalen Murray's hair as prime Ben Wallace-esque?
Absolutely.
That's what it feels like.
Absolutely. And it's worth it, man. I would suspend him if he wanted to get a haircut. Right? Because I like how he's playing, man. He's getting fouled.
Well, he goes 2 for 2 at the line to make it a 21-point Ole Miss lead. Baseline drive on the near side, and Jones attacked on the way up. 12:46 on the clock. 2 free throws incoming for Iowa State's leading scorer on the season.
Great drive. That's Chris Beard wanted him to beat him to the spot. They went up with verticality, but they knew that was going to be a foul. No argument.
15 foul already on Ole Miss. 14 fouls on Iowa State. Problem is, Ole Miss's offense is cooking with hot grease at this point, as Jones will go to the free throw line wearing a white undershirt underneath his jersey and sticks the first free throw.
Is that a Mark Jones phrase you just stole?
His is cooking. I think his is cooking with fish grease.
Oh, fish grease.
Yeah.
My fault.
Yeah.
My fault.
But it was close.
No, I like the grease call. That's good.
Jones goes 2 for 2 at the line with a wrap on his right, just below his right knee. And it's 61-42 with 12:40 to play.
Hot grease is way more informative. Fish grease is more, we know what it is.
Meanwhile, whatever type of grease is on the ball, Brakefield felt it because he lost it out of bounds, just completely lost the handle with the right hand.
Now, Brakefield trying to do a little bit too much. Chris Beard is telling him that. He's exasperated with him, and rightfully so. The drive wasn't there. Get the ball reversed back out, pick it up, reverse pivot, throw it back out, get it reversed to the other side.
Klafke and Murray will go to the bench for Ole Miss. So the 5 on the floor for Chris Beard. Padula, Brakefield, Barnes, Morrell, and Davis against Heisey, Jefferson, Lipsy, Jones, and Momcilovic for Iowa State. Momcilovic is 1 for 10. Jefferson had it stripped from behind by Davis. Left to right, it's Padula down the middle, up and under, spins it through. The swipe from Davis, the score from Padula. It's 63-42, and Padula's got 15. Drive and kick, swing, Lipsy, right wing, pump, drive into the paint. A lot of contact, draws the foul on the way up. He did come up short. It'll get 2 free throws with 12:06 to play as Ole Miss just picked up their 16th foul.
And that last turnover is being driven in the lane by Jefferson. That's where Momcilovic has got to yell out that his man has left him and is going to get the ball. And you're not making shots, but you can't stop talking. You can't stop getting back, trying to make plays. Great pass to Lipsy to get him on the drive and the long closeout.
Problem is, Lipsy misses the first free throw, and the Iowa State struggles at the line continue. Now 7 of 13 on the season. The Cyclones 76%. Lipsy does hit the second. Ole Miss is a perfect 12 for 12 at the charity stripe. They lead 63-43 with the basketball. 12 minutes to play in Milwaukee. Brakefield, chest pass, far side wing, 5 feet behind the line, Morrell. Bring to his right, Padula. A small pick and roll. Instead, they'll leave it for Brakefield, who stands at 6'8", 225. Now it's Padula straight away with 10 on the clock. Got the switch with Jefferson. Likes the matchup. Dancing, rising, 3-ball, in and out. Rebound poked around. Morrell finally swipes it in, and an offensive board.
And Jamin Brakefield was the one that got 2 hands on it and ends up with Morrell. Great effort on the glass.
Padula, leave it. Barnes on the right wing. And he tried to throw it to Brakefield, but he was held up by Jefferson, who commits the foul. 15 foul on Iowa State, and for Jefferson, it's going to be number 2. Timeout on the floor with 11:27 to play. Ole Miss 63, Iowa State 43. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
Millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels.
Barbasol.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Eleven and a half to play in Milwaukee. Ole Miss 63, Iowa State 43. Do you like your protein crunchy, chewy, salty, or sweet? If you've got goals, Quest has cheats. From bars to protein milkshakes to chips and crackers, Quest Nutrition is big on protein, low on sugar, and huge on flavor. It's basically cheating. Kind of like having big hair and having it flow when you get fouled.
No question. No question. I'm telling you, I will never recruit a point guard with short hair. You've got to be able to bob that head, have the hair move, the refs play the hair. The refs officiate the hair, I'm convinced.
Morrell inbounds near sideline to Davis, flashing to it. Ole Miss up 20 with the basketball. Can Iowa State just go on a little bit of a run here? You still have plenty of time in this game, and they've got most of this crowd support as the local team as the 3 seed. Double team comes out. Padula gets out of it, floats it inside of the right block. Catch, finish for Barnes. Beautiful play for Ole Miss to go up 22.
Sean Padula was trapped. He was pivoting, but he never dropped his eyes. Kept them up the whole time to find the open Barnes at the rim.
Jefferson just lost the handle, got a little too fancy with a dribble, and then a foul is called on a loose ball as he and Davis both dove for it. It's going to be Davis picking it up, and that's going to be free throws on a 1-and-1 for Joshua Jefferson.
Hey, the way Ole Miss is playing right now, they keep this up. Chris Beard is not going to be drinking draft beer in the lobby of the coach's hotel. This team is they're on a roll right now, and they're doing it in the context of really playing through and for each other. It's really amazing.
Winner here goes to Atlanta for the Sweet 16 as the first free throw goes down for Jefferson. They face Michigan State or New Mexico as Davis is going to go to the bench and Breakfield's going to come back in. There's going to be a great crowd there in all likelihood, especially if Ole Miss does get through. Coming out of the SEC, you've got to imagine that he'll be represented as Jefferson misses the second free throw. That's the 7th missed free throw for Iowa State. 65-44. Ole Miss up 21. Straight away, chest pass to the near side wing for Dia. Dribbles with a left hand and shovels his pass to Breakfield 5 feet behind the line. 7 to shoot now for Padula. Off a screen to his right. He crosses over to left. Dia has a free throw line with 2 on the clock. He puts it up short. And a flat-footed board to Momcilovic. Outlet into the front court. It's Lipsy going coast to coast, and he's fouled on the way up.
Great choice by Lipsy. Got that ball out, had his head straight up, turned it on at the three-point line, and exploded to the bucket on the left side with his left hand.
So Lipsy to the free throw line, where he's 3 for 5. Jefferson is 4 for 9. The team is 9 for 16. In a game they trail by 21, and Lipsy hits the first. You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championship.
Now, it's so important for TJ Alsterberger and this staff to preach a message of we can come back. There is a lot of time. There's 10-20. You've now cut this thing to 19. You're in the double, or you're 2 away from the double bonus. You're in the bonus right now. Big step right now with Heisey back in, which puts Jones at the point inside of this game, with Lipsy getting a quick blow. Probably at the latest will be the next TV timeout.
Carolina was down by as many as 22 to Ole Miss in the early going of that second half. They had it to within 2 in the final minute before Padula hit the dagger 3. Speaking of, here is Padula midway through the second half at the controls of the midcourt logo. Weaving through traffic, he leaves it outside for Murray at the top of the key with 6 to shoot. Driving left, floats it with the right hand and puts it in. Juju Murray over 2 defenders with a little too small after the fact. Makes it 67-46 Ole Miss.
Does JoJo Murray realize he's 5'9"?
Doesn't matter. Right now, Padula just ripped away another steal. Behind the back bounce pass to the trailer, and Morrell is fouled by Jefferson. 3rd foul on Jefferson. 16th foul on Iowa State. Morrell getting 2 more free throws with a chance to put Ole Miss up at their largest deficit.
It's always harder to win with 2 small guards, but people did not see Sean Padula and Jalen Murray play together. These two get so much done. They are so active. amazing how good they are together.
So Morrell back to the free throw line. Ole Miss is 12 for 12. And I apologize to all the Rebels out there as he misses the first.
Well, you've been really, really good with the announcers, Jenks.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it never happened, right? So game, what do we got? Game 6 for us?
Game 6.
Yeah, I'd say it's okay.
I feel pretty good about that because I really do apologize whenever I have an impact. If you believe I have an impact, I apologize to you.
I just think everybody's gracious that you never left with a singing contract when you started singing the Auto Parts song. That's what it is, right?
O'Reilly.
Still time. I might be doing this broadcast by myself in the last 4 minutes.
I believe in you.
If there's a talent scout here.
Morrell makes the second. Back to a 22-point Ole Miss lead as he goes to the bench. Izzy crosses over to his left, hangs in the air, and splits 2 defenders in midair to finish on the right side of the rim with a right hand. 68-48, Ole Miss.
I think that's exactly what you do right now if you're TJ Otzelberger. Forget the post-up, get the court spread, get Jackson on a seal possibly to create a screening angle, and just go to the rim.
Padula 35 feet away, straight away. Moving to his right, into traffic, floats it up, stripped by Heisey. Padula thought he was fouled.
He was right.
Iowa State back the other way. Jones had it knocked away, but a timeout called first before it could sail out of bounds or out of his grasp. With 8:55 to play in the second half. Timeout of the court, 68-48, Ole Miss over Iowa State. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
Noah Eagle and Tom Crane here at our Grainger courtside seats in Milwaukee. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 68-48, Ole Miss on top of Iowa State with 8:55 to play. Morrell looked like he was set to check back in. Now he's looking back towards the Ole Miss bench as Padula is on the bench. Now Padula has gotten up, shoves the towel back towards the Rebels' side. And I guess that John Gaffney must have told them that they had to wait for the next dead ball because Padula's back on the floor and Morrell's at the scorer's table.
He must not have checked in fast enough. I was watching John Gaffney talk to, oh my goodness.
Well, perfect opportunity. Padula steps in the passing lane and takes it coast to coast with a left-handed finish. He has done it all. 70-48 Ole Miss. Padula with 17 points and 6 assists.
Can you imagine the headband sales this week throughout the South?
Skyrocketing. Feet inside. Chatfield missed the bunny underneath. And the rebound, Padula takes it away from Barnes. Ole Miss with the ball and a chance to go in front by their largest margin of the night. 8:20 remaining. It's Padula on the right wing. Around to the top of the key for Brakefield. What a weapon Brakefield is for this team coming off the bench. Leave it for Murray with 8 on the shot clock. Guarded by Lipsy. Moving to his left. Steps away on a left wing three. Pure! Juju Murray is money! 73-48. Ole Miss in complete control. Straight away, Jones has the response from 3. 73-51. 7:45 to play.
Now, if you're Ole Miss, you want to keep running your offense, run your different actions, run your Lithuania sets. Don't be in a rush, but don't pass up a really good opportunity if you have one.
Brakefield just traveled, and that'll lead us to a timeout on the floor with 7:33 to play. And Ole Miss leading Iowa State 73-51 in this 3-6 matchup. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
73-51, Ole Miss in front of Iowa State with 7:33 to play. Let's check some of the stats sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, Now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay focused on following your bracket. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is taxes. Well, Ole Miss shooting the ball 57% from the floor and 59% from three, 13 and 14 from the free throw line, and apparently we're getting Lithuania sets, Coach, on the floor.
Lithuania right now is an action that Ole Miss runs where basically they're going to get a cut through the high post. They're going to get the ball reversed at least twice. It's a very good offense to try to get some switch movement, get a post up if it's there, but it makes you reverse the basketball. So there's a lot of different Lithuania actions, probably 1,000. But that's one of their actions with Ole Miss, and really it's a situation where you want to make sure different people are touching the ball, try to attack from the sides or on the switch. Don't take a quick shot. That sums it up.
Chris Beard's team has certainly moved the basketball well through all their sets. They've got 11 assists so far tonight. Padula leading the way in that category with 6 by himself. On the right wing, Jones is going to tee off on a three. Comes up short, weak side rebound into the breadbasket of Davis for Ole Miss.
Great block out by Davis, too, blocking out the bigger Joshua Jefferson on the left side.
7 minutes to play. Blair moves on to Atlanta to face the victor between Michigan State and New Mexico, which is currently underway in Atlanta next week for the Sweet 16. Murray looking to drive right. Cross-court feed, far side corner, three, ball goes. Matthew Morrell, bullseye on another tray. 76-51, Ole Miss. Lob it inside, Jackson fumbled it out of bounds, turnover Iowa State.
Matthew Morrell is a guy that Chris Beard has so much respect for because he's been injured throughout the year to the point where it's very hard at certain periods of time for him to practice. So you imagine this guy's coming out here every day. He's trying to play the game, getting better maybe now, but throughout the season has been so limited with his ability to work on his game, but still comes out into the game and makes things happen for this Ole Miss team.
He averaged 16.2 points per game. He was All-SEC third team last year. Down at 10.5, one of the 6 players on this team that averages double figures. Only team in the country that can say that in Division I. Pull-up hop from the free throw line. Murray in and out. And it pops right into the hands of Jackson for Iowa State.
Well, Matthew Morrell was a huge recruit for Kermit Davis when he was here. At numerous schools like Shaka Smart when he was at Texas. Big-time recruit out of IMG and originally from Memphis.
Jones drove left, shoveled it to the middle of the paint, and Jackson was fouled on his way to the basket. So it'll be 2 free throws with 5:58 to play. Dia picks up his third, 9th team foul as well, so double bonus the rest of the way after this. This was in the act of shooting for Deshaun Jackson. He's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 7 from the floor, and the first free throw is up and good.
Okay, Ole Miss is just not taking their foot off the gas at all. They have not forced shots. They've been moving the ball, getting it reverse side to side. Whatever actions they've been in, they have gotten excellent movement, shared the ball, and never let anything offensively affect them going back down on the defensive end. That's maturity.
Jackson a little too strong on the second one. Both these games that we saw today are technically neutral site games, but Game 1, Illinois had a clear crowd advantage, and Kentucky shut that down quickly. Game 2, same could be said with Iowa State, and Ole Miss has kept them quiet the entire way. Dia down the left alley, Euros to his right, sneaks through 2 defenders, scoops it in off the glass, and he'll have a chance for 3 at the free throw line as he puts Ole Miss up 78-52.
Malik Dia covers so much ground. Obviously he scored the right shoulder. That time he scored over his left shoulder with his right hand. He just gets by you, and it's not just always the shoulder, it's the speed, it's the acceleration. He is a true athlete. Chris Beard kept telling his team yesterday, this is not a neutral game, this is a road game. You're going to be playing a road game the whole way when you play against Iowa State with the way they travel. He had his team so locked in. I saw 2 of the best practices. I felt unbelievably fortunate to watch Iowa State practice yesterday and to watch Ole Miss. 2 great staffs putting it together, but Ole Miss has brought it today.
Dia missed the free throw on one hand, and then Curtis Jones drove right, absorbed some contact, floated one up from 8 feet out, put it in, and a chance for 3. Ole Miss in this second half is 14 of 20 from the floor and 6 of 7 from three-point range. Jones right there was reminiscent of Lou Williams, the way he moved, kind of wiggled to his spot, and now he'll look to complete the three-point play, and does off the front iron. 78-55, 5.5 to play. Ole Miss in the driver's seat, trying to navigate their way to the Sweet 16. Have not been to the Sweet 16 since 2001 when they lost to eventual runner-up Arizona. Murray straight away dancing on Momcilovic, moving to his left, back to his right, crossing back and forth, and a foul is called as that'll stop the clock at 5:08. Iowa State in the penalty, so a 1-and-1 incoming for Ole Miss.
When I was with Michigan State my last year in 1999, we played Ole Miss in this spot, not this building, because it was the Bradley Center. Mike White was the point guard. Keith Carter was the shooting guard. We won the game at Michigan State, went on to the Final Four. I'm not sure we'd have beat this team right here, because this is some athletic, long, active guys.
Murray misses the front end. There's so much depth, so much movement around as Heisey loads up and knocks down a near side corner 3 in transition for Iowa State. 78-58, just under 5 to play. The balance that the Rebels can play with. You just don't know who's going to be the star on any given night. Tonight it's been Dia with 16 points and 8 rebounds, and again Padula with 17 and 6 assists. Inside, Brakefield got it. He somehow lost it on the way up, in midair, regathered, and banked it in on his cut to the rim to make it 80-58.
Jalen Murray might be small in stature, but those eyes are like boulders. I mean, he sees everything. Never drops his eyes.
Another near side corner 3. This time it's Momcilovic who finally knocks one through from the outside and missed his first 6 3-point attempts. 80-61. Ole Miss fully in control. They did not allow a dip as they did on Friday against North Carolina. Padula drives middle, and he's fouled from behind on his way up. 2 free throws incoming with 4:05 to play, and Ole Miss up 19.
You're exactly right, Noah. How quick in anything do you improve from year 1 to year 2 or game 1 to game 2? That's exactly what Ole Miss did, and it ended up being an absolute gift for them to have to battle in that game, hold on to the lead, Padula make that shot, and answer. And if we remember, Jamin Brakefield came over here as the player of the game with us and talked about how the huddles never got quiet. Nobody panicked. Everybody was talking. There was nobody that was losing their mind. Chris Beard didn't totally agree, so they got a little quiet. But I'm going with Jamin Brakefield's story because it sounds better right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Padula will get one more free throw, the 18th of the night for the Rebels. It is up and good. Padula with 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in 33 minutes. It'll be just the second Sweet 16 appearance in school history. As mentioned last time, 2001 with a loss to Arizona as Jones drives right, dishes it to the left block, and contact and the bucket for Joshua Jefferson to make it 82-63 with 3:52 to play. Timeout on the floor. Iowa State within 19 points. They're going to need a miracle here in Milwaukee in front of their hometown crowd. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel mowers are built to get the job done. Shop in-store or online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel, let's go mow. Available for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
3:52 to play in Milwaukee. Ole Miss all over Iowa State, 82-63. Let's check the attendance. Sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There are 16,210 in attendance here in Milwaukee. Fiserv Forum has been a wonderful host over the last 4 days, and we are excited for this tournament to continue. These two fighting for a chance to go to Atlanta in the Sweet 16 to take on Michigan State or New Mexico. And Ole Miss very much in position to do exactly that.
Fiserv Forum has been awesome. It's the Marquette people, man. You knew they were going to be great.
You're not biased, right?
I'm absolutely biased. 100%. I know these people. They're fantastic. Mark Coyle was our site rep as part of the NCAA tournament committee. He's done a great job. The whole Marquette staff, phenomenal.
Free throw from Jefferson does go, so he completes the three-point play from before the timeout, 82-64. Iowa State led by 8 in the early going. They got off to the quick start, 13-5, but since then, Ole Miss has not looked back. They have had some major runs and led by as many as 26 points just a few moments ago. Currently at 18, Iowa State trying to apply some defensive pressure to break field along that far sideline. They'll dribble to the midcourt logo with 8 on the shot clock. Chest pass goes to Davis, 5 feet behind the line, left wing, driving on Heisey down the left alley, too strong off the window. 5-on-4 now with Davis late to recover. Iowa State trying to push the tempo. Jones double crossover, driving to his right, floats it up and puts it in off the front iron. 82-66.
Good job. This team has got a lot of pride. TJ Otzelberger is one of the best coaches in the country. They are not going to stop getting after it, playing hard, and trying to compete and create some turnovers.
Padula is fouled on the outside by Curtis Jones. So third personal on Jones, and it'll be a 1-and-1, or no, make it double bonus on the 10th team foul for Padula. He's got 19 points, 6 assists, 4 steals. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line. For T.J. Otzelberger, the great run last year to the Sweet 16 as Padula hits on the first to make it 83-66. There was so much expectation for this team coming in, but they've dealt with their fair share of injuries themselves. Momcilovic had to miss an extended period during the season. Now Keyshawn Gilbert was ruled out for the entirety of the tournament before their first game against Lipscomb. And just haven't looked fully together and organized for the full game tonight.
And think about Lipsy with the same thing, with the upper body injury, especially going through the tournament and didn't play at the end in the Big 12. No, they've gone through a lot. That is a very serious-minded program. TJ's outstanding. One of the best I've watched in practice of staff utilization. Couple of assistants on the offensive side, couple of assistants on the defensive side, totally connected. But Chris Beard is known for his coaching acumen. He's known for his staff utilization. He's known for his toughness, and he is going to be known as a guy going to the Sweet 16 right now with this Ole Miss program in only his second year. So deserving.
Padula missed the second free throw, then Lipsy turned it over on the other end. Here's Padula straight away. 2.5 to play. Ole Miss 83, Iowa State 66. Padula left wing three is short. Long rebound of Lipsy on the run. Gallops into the front court, leaves it for Jones down the left alley. Swing it far side corner. Momcilovic, a three is in and out. And the rebound poked around into the hands of Jefferson. He's fouled on the way up by Padula and banks it home on the right block.
Nate Heisey's mad because he didn't get the foul on his offensive rebound. He's right, but it ended up working out good because Jefferson got the bucket and will get the free throw.
83-68, 2:14 to play. So Jefferson continues to play hard. Offensive rebounds, not really an issue for Iowa State. They have 13 offensive boards in this game. Out-rebounding Ole Miss overall, 33-28 as Jefferson hits the free throw. 83-69 with 2:14 left. Padula will inbound. 94 feet away, he gets right back from Dia. Padula against Jones in the backcourt. Double being shaded by Jefferson. He hooks into the front court. Davis up ahead. Morrell will bring it back out from Murray. And Ole Miss will wind some clock with 2 minutes remaining. Murray calls for a screen. Double team comes to get it out of his hand, and then he just airmailed it. Turnover forced by this Iowa State defense with 1:52 left.
Well, right now, it's you never say never. It's 1:52. You've got to come down and score quick. Good call of a timeout by Chris Beard. Settle his team in. Let him know there's at least a minute left. He's saying it a little bit stronger than I anticipated right now as we look across the court to him. They've closed up that huddle. That's one of my tricks. I love that. They don't want anybody looking in. I don't blame them.
He is not holding back on the guys that were on the floor. 1:52 left, 83-69 Ole Miss. Tonight's broadcast of the 2025 men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA radio network is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. So 1:52 left. Iowa State basketball down by 14, trailed by as many as 26, and Chris Beard still coaching his team hard out of that timeout. Lipsy will bring it across from right to left for this Iowa State offense. Gets a screen to his right, circles through, kick it near side corner, and Heisey drills the three. 83-72. It's an 11-point game with 1:40 left. Davis in the Coffin corner. Hooks it back to Padula. He'll bring it across, no problem. Lob it towards the rim. Dia comes down, banks it home on the right block, plus the foul. Lipsy late to recover. 85-72 with a chance for one more.
Great play by Sean Padula. He wanted to go to the rim. He realized it wasn't there. Dia just sprinted from half court after they broke the pressure. Great 2-on-1, gets the and one.
7 assists for Padula in this game. Dia has been excellent with 18 points on 8 of 14 shooting, go with 8 rebounds, and his free throw is up, in and out. Jefferson uncontested board, 90 seconds remaining, 85-72. Iowa State down 13 with the ball. Leave it for Jones on the left side, looking to drive. Now he'll kick it out, step it back, left corner three is good. Curtis Jones splashes it down, and a timeout is called as Iowa State has trimmed this to a 10-point deficit, 85-75 with 1:19 remaining.
Now, as you set your pressure here, if you're T.J. Otzelberger, you're still looking to get a 5 on the ball. You've got the arrow. So what you have to do is let the referee know that you are going for the tie-up before you go for the foul. Put pressure on the referee to look and see, do you get the tie-up? Don't just automatically assume foul. right now. You took for one trap, you get the ball across half court. He may make the decision to trap or foul across midcourt, which is not bad. There is still time to play out this possession in a 10-point game. You're really not wrong either way. You got to foul right across half court, not let more than 8-9 seconds pass. Or if not, you play it out, come back down and attack the rim.
This Iowa State timeout is their final of the game, so they will not have a timeout remaining for the final 119. Neither team with a foul to give, both teams in the double bonus. Ole Miss has 2 timeouts left. That was something Chris Beard was frustrated with himself with. He called his final timeout against North Carolina with about 4 minutes left. He didn't have any then as they were making their run late. So Beard will have his. Otzelberger won't have for Iowa State in a 10-point game, 85-75. And it's Ole Miss basketball. Iowa State has the possession arrow should there be a tie-up.
Yeah, you have to let the referee know, because in so many cases they know you're behind. They're not just going to assume that you're going for the tie-up. Every official on the court needs to know you are going for the jump ball before you go for the foul.
Padula, Murray, Brakefield, Morrell, and Davis, the 5. The remaining Iowa State fans now on their feet trying to will their team fully back in this game. Heisey defending the inbounder. Oh, it's a baseball pass, and Morrell got behind the defense, missed the layup, and then just rebounded and followed it through.
What was Momcilovic doing? He assumed it. He never sprinted down. He got his own rebound.
Then Jones lost his footing and scooped up by Brakefield. The exclamation point. He punched it home with the right hand. 89-75. And Ole Miss is going to keep dancing with a minute left. Lipsy, top of the key. Lob it inside. Jefferson sprays it out. Jones drives right. Long stride, up and under, banks it in, plus the foul with 44.2.
Yeah, you're so right. I mean, it's that situation. Morrell gets the steal, goes for the layup, misses it, gets his own rebound while Momcilovic is watching it happen. You can never, ever concede that somebody's getting a layup. Can't do it. You've got to play it out.
Jones will get one free throw. Dre Davis is going to go to the bench with his 5th personal foul, so he is done for the night. 44.2 seconds remaining. And Jones will get one free throw in a 12-point game. Again, no more timeouts for Iowa State.
And TJ's called it off. He's motioning everybody to be back. They're going to play this out. He realizes they had their chances. They didn't get it. Now he's going to let it in.
Jones did make the free throw. What a tremendous game. And what could be his final collegiate game, 26 points to go with 4 boards, 3 assists in 31 minutes. But Murray now holds it with a left-handed dribble at midcourt. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 23 seconds remaining. Murray driving middle into the paint, floats it up with the right hand, puts it in with 19.4 seconds left. 91-78 Ole Miss. Jones will bring it across for Iowa State. One final shot incoming for the Cyclones. It's a turnover as they get Jones to stumble once more. And Ole Miss, for the first time in 24 years, is feeling sweet. They advance to the second weekend for the first time since 2001. And in year 2 under Chris Beard, the Rebels continue what has been a sensational season after a 91-78 victory over Iowa State. Iowa State got off to just a fantastic start, up 13-5, but from that point on, Chris Beard's team turned it into hyperdrive and just dominated in every facet of the game. Chris Beard walks towards this near sideline, looking at the Ole Miss section with his fist in the air, now clapping and getting the appreciation from the fan base that made the trip here to Milwaukee. They will head to Atlanta and await the winner of Michigan State and New Mexico.
Such a great job by Chris Beard and this staff. So locked in, had answers for everything, but this team, as we said, they never, ever let up in this game. Never took their foot off the gas, played together the whole way, never settled with a lead. They just kept working for great shots and working on defense.
91-78 your final score. Ole Miss victorious. Joining us courtside, Matthew Morrell of the Ole Miss Rebels. Listen, let's just start on a personal note for you. 5 years at this program, 4-year starter, an all-SEC guy last year. We know you've been battling some injuries through this season, but what is this moment heading to the Sweet 16 with a program that you've stuck it out with for 5 years mean to you?
Man, it's everything, especially with this group, with the team that I'm playing with. A lot of guys never even been to the tournament, so a lot of guys first time in the tournament to be able to advance to the Sweet 16 for the second time in Ole Miss history is definitely something special.
Matthew, Coach Beard just brags about how tough you are with everything you've dealt with the injuries, not being able to practice. How tough has this year been for you to be at your best at a time like this?
Man, this year has been a roller coaster, definitely mentally and physically. Just trying my best to stay locked in and to stay the confident player that I am day in and day out. But just not being able to be on the floor with my teammates every day in practice, it's definitely something that takes a toll on you mentally.
You somewhat mentioned this, but this team, there's just an aura about you guys right now, especially the way you played in these two tournament games, the way you played even in the SEC tournament. What is it about this group and how you guys have come together through the season that you feel like is carrying you?
We all got a chip on our shoulder. You know, we felt like we've been disrespected all year. And, I mean, we're going to continue to get disrespected, but that's fine. We all play with a chip, and every day we come out to prove people wrong.
Well, I heard you had 4 walkthroughs today. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell us
right.
what that preparation is like when you have 4 walkthroughs at the NCAA tournament to go into a game like this.
Man, it's a lot mentally, but just staying locked in, you know, with 1 day of prep in between games, you can't go over every play they got in the playbook. So it's all about the players knowing the tendencies and just coming out and remembering the scouting report and executing it.
Well, you did a great job. You've had a phenomenal career, and you are far from done.
Yes, sir.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck in Atlanta, Matthew.
Yes,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's Matthew Morrell of Ole Miss as his Rebels defeat the Cyclones by a final score of 91-78. Time now to select the player of the game, sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better. Member-only doorbuster deals. Shop these limited-time savings before they're gone. Lowe's, they help. You save. Coach, who do you have? Lowe's player of the game.
Well, my warrior of the game is definitely Matthew Morrell. My fighter of the game is Jamin Brakefield. But since I got to pick a player of the game, Sean Padula. He just from start to finish, he was on point from the very beginning. Aggressive, active. Phenomenal. Made tremendous plays, defended. You could have picked a lot of guys. It's a team effort, but Sean Padula was absolutely the player of the game.
20 points, 8 assists, 4 steals in 37 minutes for Padula. He goes 3 of 8 from 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and was just sensational, really start to finish. Brought the energy and led the charge. The straw that stirs the drink for the Rebels. Final score once again, 91-78. Ole Miss is on to Atlanta. When we return, we'll have more of the All-State Post-Game Report. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AB.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
I'm at the movies, asking people if they'll switch seats with me for $574.
Here, take mine.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
Too much work.
Not if you call them. They handle the switching.
Now, that's a plot twist.
Shh. Check Allstate first, and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Welcome to the Tournament Post-Game Show on Westwood One, sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Welcome you back to Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. And what a couple of days it was here in Fiserv Forum. Ole Miss wraps it up with a 91-78 win over Iowa State. That comes after Kentucky took care of business against Illinois. So it'll be Kentucky and Ole Miss, the two SEC teams in this Milwaukee region, heading to their respective sites. For Kentucky, it'll be Indianapolis next week for the Sweet 16 as they'll take on Tennessee in an all-SEC matchup. Ole Miss awaits the winner of Michigan State and New Mexico, heading to Atlanta in the South region next week. Coach, it was really great to see the crowds come and support. There's some real juice in this building. Illinois getting their fan base here, Iowa State getting their fan base here. But at the end of the day, the two SEC schools proving why that conference was so highly touted all season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're so battle-tested, and really everybody was, like you said. And what a great environment, great decision by the NCAA to put these teams here. I mean, the town was great. Taco Mike's was great. Moe's Steakhouse was great.
Yes.
The arena was filled. But the bottom line is we saw some really, really good basketball. And exactly.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
on to the Sweet 16. Your final score from Milwaukee of our final game, Ole Miss 91, Iowa State 78. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and the MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. In-store only, limit supplies. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system, the X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
When the grass starts growing, it's time to get mowing with Steel. Whether you're shaping up a small yard